Have you ever spent hours on something, revising, obsessing, only to feel like it's not good enough? That's perfectionism. And while it may seem like a strength, it's always the biggest obstacle to actually getting things done. Hi, my name is Sly, and I'm a recovering perfectionist. Let me tell you a story. A few years back, I had a project that I was very passionate about, a presentation of a big opportunity. I wanted to be perfect, so I spent days obsessing over every detail, the font size, the color palette, even how each slide transitioned. By the time the deadline rolled, I'll spend so much time trying to make it flawless that I barely had time to rehearse. Of course, the slides looked great, but my delivery, a complete mess. Worst part, the audience didn't even notice the details that I obsessed over. They cared about the message which I hadn't prepared to deliver confidently. That was when it hit me that perfectionism wasn't helping me but holding me back. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. Perfectionism affects many of us. So, here's what I did to break free. I had to recognize perfectionism. I started to identify my perfectionist behaviors. For me, I was obsessing over minor details that didn't even matter. I started to break tasks into smaller, achievable steps. For example, instead of saying I need a perfect presentation, I focused on creating clear points to deliver confidently. And I started to embrace imperfection. Mistakes aren't failures, they are lessons. When I fumbled at that presentation, I realized what mattered to the audience was clear, engaging delivery. Now I treat every mistake as a stepping stone to improve. This was the game changer. Instead of obsessing over the final part, I started celebrating the efforts that I put in every process. Start small, embrace your faults, and see how far you go. So, what's that one thing that perfectionism is holding you back from right now? A project, a hobby, a conversation that you're avoiding to have? Drop them in the comments. Let's talk about how you can take that fast, imperfect,